WrestleMania 40, the showcase of the Immortals, the grandest show of shows, and a 2-night spectacle with a whole lot of great grand matches coming up, and absolutely flawless booking, a mountain of memories potentially set to be made. However, I wanted to go ahead and ask the question, as your boy will be going to WrestleMania Night 2 the first time. Not only have I personally gone to a pay-per-view, but also my first time ever going to WrestleMania. And I wanted to ask, if you could have gone to any WrestleMania for a specific moment, which WrestleManias would you choose? And you get a choice of 3. Before you get into that, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check your boy out on Twitch, because soon around WrestleMania time, probably most likely Friday, your boy will be streaming, heading into the greatest show of shows. And on top of that, check your boy in the main. I do have a bit of an update I do want to get into, but we'll save that until the end of the video. Speaking of, now the first WrestleMania I would have loved to have gone and experienced in person is WrestleMania 38, specifically Night 1. That being for, I know I said for 2 reasons, or not even 2 reasons, I said for 1 reason. But could you blame me with these 2? The return of the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, whom of which is the first major defection from AEW over to WWE. And not only that, but also the fact that he was such a pivotal role in the creation of All Elite Wrestling, and that he's finally returned to the WWE, maintaining his entire package as how he was. Legitimately, from the hair, from the logo, to the theme music, to Kingdom, everything was how it was in AEW. And while it was the first of a few times we would go ahead and pull this, oh, well, we aren't hitting this person returning, but we are. Yeah, here's a dashing reference on commentary. Smashing a throne. There was a couple other references I can't recall off the top of my head, but you get the point. And then this amazing moment coming to fruition, and the start of the amazing trilogy between Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Which, speaking of, let's not do it again. I know this is coming out right before WrestleMania. I fancy us not going ahead having Seth turn heel and doing this feud all over again. Please don't. But along with that, at the very same night, it's impossible for me to choose this without being torn with this. The first match Stone Cold Steve Austin had in 20 years. And it was an amazing bout against none other than Kevin Owens. The Battle of the Stunners. These two had one hell of a slobber knocker. Back and forth throughout the arena. These two went hard, and the show needed it, especially with what was supposed to be the main event between Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. I wasn't feeling it. A lot of people were not feeling that match. Truth be told, there is a lot of matches Ronda Rousey had post her triple threat against Becky and Charlotte that kind of fell flat. Thankfully, we have this match here, and it left so many people with smiles on their faces, because my God, Stone Cold did not miss a single step. This was absolutely golden. In between these 2 moments, I could have just said Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens, or I could have just said Cody Rhodes. But either which way, WrestleMania 38 Night 1, I absolutely would place this in my number 3 spot. For moments in WrestleMania history I would have loved to have been there and experienced in person myself. But then that brings us to number 2. Now, I was having a little bit of a back and forth between this match and the bout between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, as this and that match are my joint favorite in terms of women's matches of all time. Not just at WrestleMania, but of all time. But at the moment, at the very least at the time of me recording this, I'm leaning towards this match. Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks in a star-studded performance. My favorite Sasha Banks match today. Well, I said that as if I didn't just say my favorite women's match in general. One of my favorite WrestleMania matches ever. And it's one I also really wish I got to experience in person. The first double black women main event in the history of professional wrestling, in the history of WrestleMania, I should say, before somebody fact checks me. But hey, if you can, fact check me. I would love to see some more. Love to see some more. But nevertheless, this match was absolutely amazing, and it made Bianca Belair into a star. And on top of that, a little bit of a fun fact with me. Part of my attire with the multiple logos is somewhat inspired. I don't even have any in the back. But it is inspired off of Bianca Belair and her attire in this match. So how could I not put this on the list? And at number 1, could it have been anything else? Ever since this happened nearly a decade ago, I've lost track of how many times I've gone back and watched live footage of people recording Seth Rollins running down the ramp, following Roman Reigns getting hit by an F5. I wouldn't have, if you told me I've seen that, I've watched that moment over and over and over again, over a good 100 times, hell, I'm legitimately on this side listening to it. I'll let you peep in for a second. Well, you're not gonna hit there, but I'm legitimately listening to this as I'm recording this video. Kind of what gave me the idea for this video in the first place. No, I'm not gonna put this on screen. I am not trying to get smacked by DMCA. No thank you. Or copyright. Either or. Nevertheless, this was the first Mania main event I actually got to watch live. Now, I've been a fan of professional wrestling since 2013. WrestleMania 30 was the first Mania that happened when I was a wrestling fan. However, I didn't actually get to watch it live. I was in this weird live chat thingy that they had at the time, and that's how I got to tune into WrestleMania, although I did kind of quit after the Undertaker streak was broken. So WrestleMania 30 would be the first time my family, young me, actually managed to convince my family to go ahead, get the pay-per-view or the network I believe they had at the time, and watch WrestleMania. And I remember going, how are they gonna do this? Because surely they aren't gonna have Brock Lesnar in it, which I believe at the time he was sitting there talking like he was going to leave the WWE. I could be wrong, but surely they weren't going to force Roman down our throats and have him win that world title, right? There's no other option. And well, in the words of a cerebral assassin, there is always a plan B. And lo and behold, we got an iconic moment out of it. And those were 3 WrestleManias your boy wished he got to see in person, from WrestleMania 37, 31, and 38. However, I did say at the beginning of the video I want to talk about something. Your boy is having a little bit of trouble, and I'll just bring y'all over here to see something that I've been working on that I might unfortunately have to postpone. I hope I don't have to, but we will have to wait and see. But your boy has been planning a bit of a special video on the main channel, and I believe in yesterday's video I showed a bit of a tease for it. There may be the chance I won't be able to upload it before WrestleMania because I do want to have a lot more added to it. I want it to be a lot better quality rather than me just recording and then eating it up on to the page. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully again I can manage it before WrestleMania. But alas, as you can see, your boy is doing something special. However, ignore the thumbnails. I need to actually do a lot more of these. But quite frankly, your boy needs to do a grand total of 30 of these before what I'm working on is complete. And as you can see, some of them are short, some of them are relatively long. Hopefully I can manage to continuously upload daily for y'all over here on the main channel, or the wrestling channel, excuse me. But nevertheless, there's a chance that I might not be able to upload the big thing I'm working on, and I might also have to go ahead and let those that watch that video know, hey, that's recorded before WrestleMania, because there's a number of things I'm sitting here fantasy booking past WrestleMania 40, which for all I know could be wrong. Some stuff includes Cody winning the world title or the Universal Championship, Drew winning the world title, and preferably not getting cashed in on, or even a cash in attempt, truth be told. Although I did take into account the potential cash in, but I'm not going to get too much into that. And also Sami Zayn losing to Gunther. Nevertheless, yeah, just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit on that. Nevertheless, appreciate you if you're watching this still. Again, like, comment, subscribe. and have yourself a good one. WrestleMania is right around the corner. Just a few days. Man, I am hyped.